Hello there, hello. Midnight Charlie Man, Patrick. It's raining heavily outside. I love to film when it's raining heavily. It's a bit more soundproofing, even though I've got my soundproofing. Why do I always get this part? Why am I always so bad at this part? The date. Every time I come down here. And I think it's the 20th of February. I'm fairly certain it's the 20th of February. Yesterday was the 19th. Today's the 20th. Now, I'm either going to separate these videos or include this as a part of the one video. I made now the footage that you've just seen before. That was recorded a few days ago, and since then I have watched all the rest. I've actually watched all the rest of the video about the exposed video, where you guys are talking about your experience and you're relating your experience. So this will be a slice in. I would like to add something. Every point that you guys made in the video was valid, and I agree with all your points and everything that you discussed. That when he gets that biro in his hand and he writes your name up on the blackboard, it makes you feel special, and to get his attention, it's better to give him more money. Anyway, all your points, I agreed with them all. I agreed with all your points, and it was very insightful. Back to what I was saying. And I have to, and Wrath, this is, I can assume it's your channel, Wrath, and that you've been telling your story, and as have the other guys. I empathise and I sympathise with you. I really do. Terrific insight. Really great. I was actually working on something else upstairs, and I thought, but I had this video on my mind to make. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go downstairs to the garage and I'll make it. What was I going to say? I watched the whole video. Very insightful. Very insightful. Really good information. It was quite. It's quite good to hear your experience about Corey, Morgue official, and Hyperian. Sometimes I should write things down when I come down here. Hyperianism. I think Corey. I don't know him personally, so I refer to him as Morgue official, as Morgue. In like maybe two of his videos, in probably about two of his videos, he has mentioned the word Hyperianism. Oh my gosh, Hyperianism. About twice. He's mentioned it about twice, and I don't have much of a grasp on it at all. I just tune in for his point of view on particular subjects. But Hyperianism, yes. He's mentioned it twice, and until I watched your the video, the documentary, the very informative documentary Exposed, you guys, the guys that spoke in the video, there was about 6 of you. That was enough for me to get a really good grasp on what was going on. And also those other books mentioned, the books mentioned in the video. Yeah, I might get onto them one day and have a read. I've got some other things at the moment that I'm doing, like I'm writing a feature script, and I don't want any influences in that. I'm just writing it off my own back, and I'm trying to have everyone's influenced by something. Yes, this is true. But I wanted to say that I sympathise and I empathise with you guys from the video. I really do. And you know what really got me? You know what really got me is at the start of every Morgue official video, he always says, "By the way, guys," and this is a huge point. He says, "By the way, guys," he says, "Look, by the way, guys, if anyone has contacted you via, I think he says Instagram, Discord, Telegram." And he mentions a few others. He said, "You know, that's not me. I don't have a Discord. I don't have a Telegram. I don't have an Instagram. I don't have any of those things." But you know what strikes me about that? Is that, okay, so I'm in Sydney, Australia, right? Now, Australians, we don't really use Discord or Telegram or Instagram. Some of us do. Some of us have it. I don't. I've never used it. I've never used Discord. I've never used Telegram. It's an American thing. A lot of Americans have Instagram. Not that many Australians use it. It's more so very much an American thing. And yet every time Morgue, he's pretty much at the start of all his videos, he says that. He says, I'm not on Telegram, I'm not on Instagram, I'm not on any other things. And I'm like, you're a bit of a main YouTuber, like you're based in Los Angeles. And I'm thinking, that's a bit odd. Like, I always think, you're really stressing that fact. I'm like, okay, you're old school, perhaps you're old school. Like, I don't think he's generation, I'm Generation X. I think he's Generation Y. He's younger than me. And Morgue is definitely younger than me. And I'm going to say that I found it odd that living in Los Angeles, Morgue does not use Instagram. I was like, that's a bit odd, isn't it? It's just got one avenue, the YouTube channel, that's it. And I was like, it's very similar to this, very similar. But these are very similar in Paul and Corinthians. Paul says, why would I lie to you? Why would I tell lies? It's like, why would you even say that in the first place? And so, same thing with Corey. It's like, I don't have Instagram, I don't have Telegram, I don't have Discord. It's like, you're living in Los Angeles. Living in Los Angeles. Why wouldn't you? Just completely restricting yourself to one avenue. But the fact that he places great, Corey, Morgue, places great emphasis on it at the beginning of every video. I found it a bit odd. And I wanted to say that I sympathise with you guys. And I was being curious for quite a while as to who some of you guys might be. Because every time I watch more, I think, yeah, I wonder who some of these followers are. I wonder who some of these people are in the chat, in the comment. I don't usually pay a great deal of attention to the chat area, but I will look at it. I tend to look at it and read some of the comments, and I wonder to myself, oh, I wonder who some of these people are. I wonder what they're like. And so this exposed documentary, seen a few of you guys, and like, oh, okay, it's cool to see a couple of you guys are. And Wrath, you seem to be one of the main people who were following Morgue throughout this time. I think you've met him. I get the impression that you have met him in person a couple of times. The rain is settling down outside. I wish it would come down a bit harder now. I really like to film while it's raining. So it's a really good thing that it's a really good thing that I watched Exposed. I watched the whole thing. And I went to Wrath. I went to your channel, and I started to watch this behind the scenes thing. I watched about half an hour of it. I got the general gist of it. Productive that you guys are having, you're venting about it. You're speaking your mind about it. You're discussing it and putting it out there in public about it. I haven't been naive to Morgue. Every time I watch Morgue, I think to myself, what else could I be doing with my time? Like, it almost got a bit depressing at times, because I put the video, I press play, I watch it, and about 10 minutes later I'm like, I'm still listening. And then about half an hour later I'll wake up and we're like, oh, I slept through all that, but I was still listening. Yeah, it's with the other channels that I watch, Mr. Bourne being one of them. Also, I tune into Jeff Murrah. I used to tune in a lot more than I do now. Occasionally. I've seen quite a few of the interviews with Jeff Murrah. I tend not to fall asleep, but I do fall asleep during Morgue. And it's terrific you did the video. Acknowledged. thank you for that. Great insight. I know what it's like to lose money. I know what it's like to lose money. I've lost money. Many years ago now, I lost money. It was very unpleasant. And some of you guys, let me check record. It's very important. I'll check record. Alright, very good. Woo! Now, in 2009 was not a good year for me. I lost a lot of money. Lost about 7 or 8 grand. And some of the people in the video of the exposed speak about how they lost 3 grand and upwards. One guy says he lost 5 grand. I think, and someone else said they lost about 6 grand to Morgue, given to Morgue. Yeah, I've lost money too. So, you know, there's a couple of YouTube channels who, when they're live, I noticed that the people in the chat are giving super chats. So one person will give $10, the other one will give $50, the other one will give $100. And the higher the super chat, the higher I notice that they'll say, "Oh, such and such is just giving such and such is just giving me $100. Thanks, I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it." It seems that Morgue is the only one that says, "See this green biro here. You're gonna get the green biro today, and I'm putting your name up on the whiteboard, and now you get to feel special." Now, what was I saying? Oh, let me just sip my water. Okay. Now, oh, that's what I was going to say. It's all about the hair. It's all about the hair. It's all about the hair. And there's something about his voice. But, yeah, no. I had, you know, I see all these people giving the super chats, and it's all well and good, but no. Fraudsters, charlatans. He says, "Come on, peoples, waiting for a few more people to come in. Don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to throw me a few dollars." And you know, he gets those super chats coming in. There's another guy who does it. Oh, Myth Vision podcast do as well. Myth Vision podcast were very helpful. Upon leaving Christianity, Myth Vision podcast was very helpful. Couldn't be bothered going down to the garage. Yes, Derek Lambert takes super chats. He takes super chats. There's a lot of people who do give him donations, do give him super chats. I never have. I've never felt compelled to. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. Couldn't help it. I should watch that again soon. But yeah, a lot of people donate to Myth's Vision podcast. I never have. Never have. Back to what I was saying. There's a few YouTubers that do it. But I do think that more goes to the extreme. Anyway, really good to see you guys on film. Like, really good to see you guys in that documentary, expressing yourself, saying what happened. Really good, really helpful. I think it'd be really helpful to a lot of people, and it's certainly given me a better perspective on things. So I'm going to wrap this up now, because I've been talking for a while. We've probably been going for about 15 minutes, I think. And Midnight Charlie, man, Patrick, and I just wanted to say those few words. Important that I said those few words. Yes. So have I forgotten anything? Did I forget anything? Did I forget anything? No, it's all the points I was going to make. I don't write things down. I just try to use my cognitive. I try to keep my brain active. Okay.